if you're dying, what are you going to focus on? Money, business, or relationships? You're going to worry about who you're going to miss. You're going to start wanting to, like, none of that shit matters if you think you're going to die. So your health is number one, right? Then your relationships. So you focus on your health by working out. You focus on your relationships by texting people and saying, hey, how you doing? I miss you. Then third, I focus on self-development.
You sell out by just like spewing any products that people want to give you to make a quick buck, you know, using
so
your
you
audience.
have to align with those products.
You have to align what makes sense with your audience and what makes sense with you. And sometimes like they may offer you a big check, but it just makes no sense.
What it is, Brad Lee back again with another episode of Dropping Bombs today in the studio, folks. I got a real treat for you as always today. Caleb Simpson in the house. What's up?
What's up, Brad?
If you guys don't know Caleb, he's a content creator, YouTube star. He's the dude that you've seen. I'm sure you've seen him like doing tours of people's houses, walking in saying, hey, let me check out your crib. Well, you don't call it a crib. What do you call it?
I call it a home. I call it a home.
So you guys probably already seen some of his videos out there, but I say, like, when I think, well, what does he do for a living? If I just had to describe it, you left to someone, well, what does he do? And I'd be like, well, he's a fucking YouTuber. Would you say, yeah, I'm a YouTuber? I
would say I make videos online.
Content creator.
Yeah, I don't
like an artist.
I don't know if I go as far as an artist, but I don't pick and choose platforms just because they're ever changing, ever evolving. So I don't want to say I'm a YouTuber and like pigeonhole myself into YouTube.
They'll let YouTube hear you say that. They'll start suppressing your ass.
YouTube, go for it.
You don't want them to. What if you get canceled, dude? Are you out of business?
If I get canceled?
Yeah.
I'll never get canceled. I'm uncancelable.
But if you were, would you go out of business? In other words, every dollar you derive is from content creating and YouTubing and social media platforms.
My brand is based off my name, so that is correct. Yeah, definitely.
Damn, doesn't that scare you at all?
No, not really.
Why? Because you say the one wrong word.
I think if I get canceled, it's like I'll have a comeback. I believe in myself that much.
Dude, that's funny. Hey, dude, you got a almost like a unique personality, almost like I want to say hippie, but not really hippie.
Yes.
Tell me what your parents were like.
Oh, what were my parents like? I was homeschooled. They were very Christian.
Homeschooled?
Yeah, homeschooled.
How long ago?
Oh gosh, I'm 31, so
15 years?
Yeah, 15 years. 10 years ago. Like high school, middle school, grade school, all of that.
Dude, homeschooling back then I wasn't even aware of.
Really? There was like a homeschool community in my town, actually. There was like 30 kids.
Well, dude, I just took my kids out of school and then took the teacher with them. I just hired the teacher out of the school and said, just be their teacher. Because schools nowadays are whack. Back then, they were pretty good, and you were homeschooled. Well, how'd you hang around kids?
I played a lot of sports. Yeah, mainly sports. Church, of course. I was in the Boy Scouts. Be prepared. Eagle Scout over here. Let's go.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I can tie some knots.
Dude, see, that's another thing. Like, I thought that was only when I was a kid.
What, Boy Scouts?
Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, Weeblos.
Remember the Weeblos? Girls are allowed in Boy Scouts now. My nieces are in Boy Scouts.
They were the brownies, I think, when I was a kid.
Yeah, Girl Scouts. Yeah, brownies.
Girl Scouts and brownies. Yeah, I remember. Dude, how come the Cub Scouts didn't recruit more people by saying that they'd go camping with the Girl Scouts?
I don't know. I mean,
like, it'd be way more popular, don't you think?
Yeah.
If I was in the Boy Scouts, I would have been in the Boy Scouts if they went and camped with the Girl Scouts.
Totally.
The problem is the Boy Scouts were out camping with all the boys. didn't want to really do that much.
You don't like
then you started reading
weekend?
Every once in a while. You'd got a den leader that liked boys. Next thing you know, now you're in the Weeblos.
That's so true. Did you graduate from Weeblos?
Someone at those organizations right now are going to have me murdered for this.
No, they're not.
That's the rumor, though. You've seen some stories, haven't you?
Yeah. They're in the news.
But, dude, Arrow of Light. Did you get your Arrow of Light?
Oh, I did. I got it all.
You did not.
I got every award.
Tell the truth.
Seriously, I got the Arrow of Light. I'm an Eagle Scout.
Dude, that's like the highest level Boy Scout you can be, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. All my brothers got it.
You went all the way through?
Yeah.
How come never the military?
I didn't want to do the military. That was actually my backup plan.
Boy Scouts was the military. It was a soft military.
Soft military entry. One of my brothers is in the military, actually, so they got him.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
There's 5 boys and 4 girls.
Damn.
Yeah, same parents.
Dang, still?
Still the same parents.
And they homeschooled you? Who homeschooled you? Your mom?
My mom, yeah.
That was freaking rough of her. There's 9 of you.
Yeah,
Did she homeschool all of them?
Yeah, all of us.
Dang, that's a wonderful mother.
Yeah, I think they're insane, actually. Like that's just crazy.
Then so are their offspring.
Yeah, maybe so.
Usually when the parents are insane, so are their offspring.
I wouldn't say no to that.
Dude, have you ever considered in your mind murdering people while you're at their house?
Oh gosh, just 3 times.
Dude, how do you get people's permission to come in because they want to kind of like get the attention of all the followers you got?
Yeah, I mean, when I initially started it, I was like a bunch of like, oh hell the fuck no, you know, like I'm not letting you in my home. It took a lot longer to like get into somebody's house. But as the series grew, like we do like 250 to 500 million views a month. So, you know, it's like people have seen it. A lot of people have
know
like,
it now.
Yeah, people have gotten like social media careers from it, like sold their art. Like a girl made like $500,000 selling her art, like after it was shown.
Because it was kick ass.
Yeah, it was kick ass, and it was
showcased it in the show.
Yeah, I showcased it. The video did like 30
like
million
if I was
views.
selling something at home, I'd be like, dude, come to my house so I can freaking, you can ask me about that.
For sure. I mean, if
but
it's
that's
cool.
because you got millions of followers.
Yeah.
How many's the biggest platform you got, you think?
TikTok, 7.5 million.
TikTok, dude, you're freaking crushing me. I only got 2.5 on there.
We got to get you up, Brad.
Dude, I'm telling you, but I'm getting recognized. Do you get recognized?
Yeah, all the time.
Everywhere you go?
Everywhere.
People say,
hey, you're that guy, the apartment tour guy. And then they always say the thing.
Say what?
Say the thing. I'm like, how much you pay for rent? And then they laugh. You know, I realized
that's the thing.
I'm stuck with that phrase for the rest of my life. I realized that's like my catchphrase.
How much you pay for rent?
How much you pay for rent? Yeah.
Dude, has anyone ever said it's a mortgage, motherfucker? I don't rent.
Yeah, they do say that. And then I'm like, well, how much you pay in your mortgage? You know?
Oh.
I tend to cut that
It's not
part
as
out.
cool as how much you pay for rent.
Yeah, it's not.
And not only that, if you came from a place where I came from, dude, you didn't own shit, dude. You had to rent. You know why you had to rent?
Why?
Because home purchasing required down payments.
Mm.
And in order to have a down payment of, substantial size, you'd have to save.
Mm.
That was never in my wheelhouse. Did you save your money?
Did I save it or
do you?
Yeah, I don't touch any of my brand deal sponsorships. I survive and pay my people off of AdSense and stuff.
When you say pay your people, how many people you got on your team?
Not that many, like 3.
Where did you find them?
I already knew them from being in the industry for so long, so I plucked them out when it was time. And
so now you guys walk around operating under a gang sign of some kind?
A big gang sign. A dollar sign. Actually.
Is it the Caleb Simpson Inc.? What's your company's name?
Oh, my company, Vinegar Hill Productions.
Why Vinegar?
It's the neighborhood I live in New York.
Vinegar Hill?
Vinegar Hill, yeah.
Why'd you move to Vinegar Hill?
You know, my ex-girlfriend dragged me there during COVID.
During COVID? That wasn't that long ago. How long ago was that?
I don't know.
I thought you said you lived there 8 years.
In New York. I mean, I lived in a bunch of different neighborhoods in New York.
Oh, but now Vinegar Hill.
Now Vinegar Hill.
Does it smell like vinegar? Why they call it vinegar?
You know, I think it was a bunch of Polish people moved there, and they kind of own most of the buildings. And it has to do with some war that they were a part of that reminded them of home. Vinegar Hill, actually. Yeah.
It's pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
You're an interesting cat. Listen, let me ask you a question. So if somebody wanted you to listen, I got a lot of listeners. They will want you to come to their house and do a show.
Yeah.
I mean, do your thing.
Uh-huh.
How would one person get you to do that?
Well, that's a great question.
Do you want a bunch of invites? Because again, dude, I would imagine like you'd be open to some freaking badasses with cool houses to invite you over, so you have some content.
Yeah, I would say if you have a unique home or you're a unique person, then you can email me at calebwsimpson.com.
Now let's overload his ass so he goes, dude, fucking, I got over 2,000 emails when their episode dropped.
Seriously.
Can you do you have a team to process that kind of influx? Because there's 8.8 billion people following me.
That's a lot of people.
There was more, but
8.8 billion. You said billion.
8.8 billion.
That's a lot of
and
people.
There were more, but COVID.
They got him. Did you get the vaccine?
Hell no.
He said hell no.
Dude, but you living in New York, I guarantee your ass did.
I had to get it.
Yeah.
I would have been you know,
you
kicked
better
out.
hope. You better hope none of those conspiracies are true. And right now, you got fucking like linguine growing in your blood or your arteries because it might clog your shit here in about a year.
Ideally,
and you go boom.
Yeah, then we can make a YouTube video about it,
dude. You know what's funny is like I don't necessarily believe in the conspiracy shit. Like my partner here, Jason, got vaccinated, but I personally would have never done it in a million years, only for one reason: the way they kept wanting you to do it so badly. It was very suspicious to me.
I don't disagree with you.
I saw a fucking ad where this person, I'm pretty sure it was New York, but it was the most embarrassing ad of all time for that person. And whatever state they claim, like it was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And he was sitting there looking at the camera, eating a hamburger and French fries, talking about, are you telling me that you can get a burger when you get a vaccination? You can really get a burger and fries? You're telling me I can get fries? Did you see that?
Yeah, I do. I remember that now.
It's the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen for anybody in my whole entire life.
You know, you shouldn't be eating the burger and fries. You know?
I don't care. When I saw that, I'm like, oh my God, they are begging us to get the vaccine for what? For what?
I think for this.
They don't give a fuck, dude. They don't give a fuck about people. Okay, I'm telling you, we are like fucking cattle to the pharmaceutical companies.
That's true.
Yeah, and so that's what that whole thing was about, and that's who was behind it. It was the elite of the motherfucking world that all make the money from the crowds that said, hey, let's perpetrate this shit. And dude, that's what happened. And New York fell for it hard, bro.
Oh, we fell for it.
I should call my buddy Beck and have him tell you how horrible New York has become. You know, he used to say, dude, this city was fucking magic. You know, you walk outside and, you know, he'd describe this beautiful fucking where everybody wants to move to New York. It's the Big Apple. It's the fucking king city. And now the way he describes it is it's fucking trash. There used to be 2,000 people walk by my door in a day. Now it's 200. Is that how it is?
I don't think so. I think a lot of people who live in New York, actually, as they get older, the prime time of their life is gone. So they associate New York with that time, you know? So your boy Beck's just thinking about like, oh, I had so much fun then. Maybe he's not having as much fun now.
That could be. He is getting older.
You know how everyone talks about the party scene? They're like, oh, the party scene in New York in the 90s was so sick. And I'm like, dude, you're 50. You're not partying anymore. That's why it was sick then. Yeah. Like you're not in the scene. I think it's sick still. Yeah, sure.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
However, I think the people's idea of sick changes too.
Oh, all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like, you know, I used to party and now it's like, dude, partying ain't the fucking coolest thing you can do. You know what the coolest thing you can do is?
Sauna.
Not party.
Cold plunge.
Not party. But it's hard because everybody wants to party. But as you get older, you get like that. You'll get like that one of these days.
Well, I'm 1 year no drinking in 3 days, actually, for me.
Was it causing you problems?
I wouldn't say it was causing me problems. I just was tired of it. I partied for like 10 years, like drinking. I was like, let's see what life's like without it. It's pretty fucking great.
And you just stopped altogether?
Just stopped, yeah.
Not that you have to, which is even better than having to.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, like I'll have a drink, but I don't drink. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
I used to drink a lot.
A real lot.
Well, I mean, you know, when I drank. Why? Well, because if I were drinking, it was to get fucked up.
Yeah.
Why would you drink if you weren't trying to get fucked up?
That was my logic too, for a long time.
And and I got fucked up a few too many times, and every time caused a problem. It seemed like, you know, from a couple DUIs, you know.
You got a couple?
I had 2 or 3.
Two or three.
I think my third or fourth one was my wake up call. And thank God, because that's right when it was getting serious. You know, back then, because you were probably not even born back then when I was getting DUIs like this. Well, I was collecting DUIs like trophies.
I got one.
The last one I got, I think it was the fourth one. The judge told me, I'm going to pretend this didn't happen unless you get another one, and then you're going to fucking prison for a year minimum. And I said, yes, Your Honor. Never got another one since. Nor would I, because now there's Uber and shit. You drive drunk now, you're a fucking stone cold idiot. Would you agree? Or are you a drunk driver?
I would agree. I drank and drove. I got a DUI.
Well, so
once.
have I.
Yeah, but I would never do it again.
Would you do it right now?
No, definitely
With
not.
Uber, anyone who drinks and drives is a total fool. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Let's make this a public service announcement with Caleb and Bradley. Even though more people are gonna be like, well, I know who Caleb is, but who's the fucking who's the old dude?
Who's the old dude? So
who's the old washed up dude that doesn't DUIs. Party anymore?
Who blames his DUIs on no Uber or Lyft?
Dude, Uber's the best, bro. Hey, Uber's the best. And my DUIs were because there was none.
Yeah.
Not only that, haven't you ever got a little bit buzzed and not really realized you're that buzzed?
Or you think you're below the limit because you like, you know, you weighed yourself. You're like, oh, I weigh 200 pounds, so I can have 3 beers in an hour. I should be below the limit type shit. Yeah. And what's crazy is every time I got pulled over and they made me blow, I had probably twice the limit. Twice the limit. Yeah.
I mean, a couple times, dude, I was fucked up. One time, the last time I got pulled over, I would have killed somebody or myself for sure. I was driving down the strip with fucking one eye open. So I didn't see double. I didn't want to see, if both my eyes were open, everything was fucking blurry and double. Like there were people, but there were 2 sets of people. In the driveway, there was 2 driveways. And it was like fucking blurred. So I had to drive like this. And you ever been that drunk?
Not driving, but yeah, I've definitely been that drunk. I think the few times I drove drunk, I was like, I thought I could do it, you know? Did you think you could do it in that moment?
Like, dude, we have to. You're not just going to leave your truck and walk home.
I mean, I think that's what we were supposed to do.
How you supposed to get home?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, like, I can drive. And sometimes I drove, you know? Yeah. I'll tell you one time, I lived in a town called Eugene, Oregon. It's probably an hour from Portland, Oregon, maybe an hour and a half. And my girlfriend was in Portland for the night. I was in Eugene. I got drunk. She said something like fucking, you know, you need to be here. And I'm like, I'll be right there. And I fucking drove to Portland, woke up the next day with her.
And you don't remember.
And could not remember how I got to fucking Portland.
Yeah, that's intense.
Dude.
You got some stories, bro.
Oh, dude, come on,
You
man.
got some stories.
I got underwear older than you.
I think that's some of the videos I initially saw of you talking about partying, to be honest. I was
really,
like, this guy used to
you
rage.
met Jeff out in the green room. He thought that I don't say enough stories. You've heard stories?
I think I've heard some of your stories, yeah.
Maybe on podcasts.
Yeah, on podcasts, yeah.
Yeah, well, if you listen to the podcast, then definitely I've talked on the podcast about some things. Like people say, I didn't know you were in the Marines. Well, I was. Why don't you talk about it? Because I didn't last. Who the fuck wants to talk about your failures?
Isn't that the key to success, though? Failures?
Talking about them? No.
No, failures, though.
No.
They're not?
No.
Not at all?
Not at all.
Only wins.
No. What was your question?
Well, you need failures to.
You don't need them, but they're likely to be present. But a failure to me is only when you quit. So a literal failure has nothing to do with success.
Did you quit the Marines?
No, kind of, but no, they don't let you quit. They agree, they kick you out or you stay in, one of the two. You know, but I kind of quit the Marines. Yeah.
Was it quiet quitting? That's what they call it now.
No, what happened was I was in the Marines and I wanted to be honor guide no matter what. So I basically ate shit the whole time just so I could be honor guy when I graduated. I got a little tiny cut in my leg going under some barbed wire in rifle field training. And so they held me back and put me in what's called sick bay, which I just sat there with a little cut on my leg this big, which was supposedly infected, but you know, it was stupid, this big of a cut. And so my platoon graduated without me, and the guy came to me, said that I have to go back and, you know, graduate with another platoon. I said, as long as I'm honor guide, because that's all I cared about. That's what I worked for the whole time. And this dude fucking was a prick. And he said, dude, I'm going to make sure you ain't honor guide.
Damn.
And I'm like, fuck you. That was step one. Got pissed. Then
you said fuck you to his face?
In my mind, I don't know what I said to him. I doubt I said fuck you to his face. Yeah, I would have been fucking big trouble. but in my mind, I'm like, fuck you, dude. That's uncool. Then about let's say a couple days later, I'm like, fuck it. I'm eating shit. I'm just going to go try to, you know, deal with it. And then I get a letter from my girlfriend. And she said,
same girlfriend from the drunk driving or no? Different girlfriend?
I don't know which girlfriend drunk driving was. Which one? What are you talking about? I've had plenty of drunk driving. But no, and by the way, I said I got caught 2 or 3 times. I didn't say that's how many times I drove drunk. I drove drunk all the time.
All the time.
But anyway, that was back when it was legal damn near. You could get pulled over and nothing would happen.
That is true. That was the golden era of drinking and driving.
It was fucking awesome. Yeah. Like you get pulled over, a lot of times they'd be like fucking, you know, drive you home.
Yeah.
Not drive you home, but
They might put you in the back seat.
yeah. But anyway, where was I? Because I want to finish this story. Where was I?
Barbed wire.
Oh yeah. So I cut my leg. And then I get a letter from a girlfriend, and it basically says, "Hey, I heard that you were with Laura, her friend Laura Buckles." And I was, and I'm like, shit. And she was telling me in the letter that she knows and that she's going to be, selecting some of my friends to get even with me. So I needed to fucking talk to her quick, right? And remember, I'm a kid in fucking boot camp. So I need to talk to her. They won't let me. I go to the fucking drill instructor. They won't let me. Now keep in mind, there's a phone maybe half a block away. You leave my barracks door and there's a phone. Like you can see the phone if I open the door, the barracks, and looked over there. There's a phone. I want to go use the phone. They won't let me use the phone. I go use the phone anyway.
This sounds like a plot to a movie.
Dude, I go use the phone anyway. They fucking catch me. They basically say, we could throw you in jail for that. You're AWOL.
Shit.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Absent without leave. You had no permission to be over there. We could put you in jail for that, which scared the shit out of me. Got me thinking, dude, I'm property of the U.S. government right now. I'm no longer a fucking human being. I'm no longer a citizen. I am now property of the government. Then I found out where they wanted to send me. The girls, my girl's letter kind of got me a little bit pissed. The fact that I'm not graduating honor guide because this guy's going to make sure of it. All that started pounding up, and I woke up one day and I said, fuck this, dude. I need to get the fuck out of here. I do not want to be property of the U.S. government. And so I went to the commanding officer, and he said, if you tell anyone I told you this, you're going to have real trouble. I said, what's that? He said, if you want out of here, just refuse to train. And I said, I won't get in trouble. I won't go to the brig. He said, just refuse to train, my friend. Do it respectfully, but just refuse to train. So the next day I woke up and said, I refuse. They said, what? They fucking yelled at me a little bit, and then they fucking kicked me out.
How did that moment feel when you were about to say it? Like, were you nervous to like say it to these guys? Yeah.
Sure I was.
I bet you could feel it in the pit of your stomach.
Hey, but listen, you're the guest. I'm interviewing you. He's trying to fucking hijack the interview. And how'd you feel?
Yeah.
How'd that make you feel?
I'm just trying to imagine.
I have selective memory, dude. And it was a long time ago. I remember being relieved. I was happy to get out. Now, again, I regret it thinking back, I wish I would have stayed. But if I would have stayed, I probably would have ended up a police officer or in some form of law enforcement career, because the reason I went in the fucking Marines was because, number one, my girlfriend's dad wasn't really happy with me unless I did it. Number two, I wanted to be a cop, and the only way you could be a cop, like the guaranteed way you could be a cop, was come back from the Marines. And if you were an ex-Marine, you're guaranteed getting job at the police department.
Do you dress up for a cop as Halloween now to fulfill that dream?
No, I dress up as Superman. I quit dressing up for Halloween a long time ago.
Really? Why? You just don't find it fun?
I don't party anymore.
Okay.
I don't get down like that.
Gotcha.
What's the purpose? If you ask me, you look like an idiot.
You think? Being an idiot can be fun, though.
It can be fun. You're right.
It can be fun.
Like if we were going to a Halloween party, of course I'd dress up. It's fun to dress up at a party.
Gotcha.
But I don't just dress up, open the door, and hand out candy. Matter of fact, we go somewhere so we don't have to listen to the door all night. It's like, oh no, you're one of them that don't like to, celebrate. No, we put a big bowl outside with fucking Snickers and Twix, and I get full-size candy bars because I don't want to look like a fucking chump change. So I put a big bowl out there with full-size candy in it, and I come home every year and fucking it's not been touched.
Really?
There's no kids in our neighborhood except ours.
Well, guess what, guys? If you want full-size candy bars, you know where to go this season.
Dude, that's another episode for you, a Halloween season.
Yeah.
Who's giving out full-size candy bars?
True. That's a good point.
You can come to my house. I'll give you my address. But dude, now that you know me and people will know that you know me, it can't be random anymore. Do you pretend it's random or no?
Oh, I would never do that. Why would I pretend it's random?
Dude, you should be a comedian. You got that demeanor where you could say things with a straight face and I don't know if you're joking or not.
Yeah, I know. I would say, I don't know if I'm joking either, I really don't. But, like intros to TV shows, when you see something you're familiar with, you should keep that, same structure. So yeah, I have to run into everyone randomly on the street or it won't be the same show.
So people can email you Caleb W. Simpson at
It's just Caleb at calebwsimpson.com.
Caleb at calebwsimpson.com. So blow up his inbox, see if you can get your house. Make it a nice house. Don't be showing him no shitholes. How many shitholes you been to?
Quite a few shitholes. I was in a shithole. God. I was in a shithole in Hong Kong. It was like I went to the shitholes, like the low income poverty home, like people living in cages. It's pretty intense, actually.
And you filmed it? Is it on your YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Is it up right now?
It's up right now. Yeah.
See, I want to go see him now. See, now you just got fucking 8.8 billion people.
Yeah,
to go
I want to see what that looks like. If it's the shittiest shithole, I want to see it. But if it's like a mediocre shithole, no thanks.
What if it's like a decadent shithole?
I think that could be good.
Have you ever walked in and found like, horny housewives or anything crazy?
There was this girl that I toured her apartment and filmed it, put it up. And I didn't see it, but she said, she texted me. She's like, "Can you take the video down?" I was like, "Why?" She's like, "My butt plug was like in the shower, like attached to the wall. I just didn't even notice it." So that's like the most sex thing that's happened. Yeah. I took the video down. I always take it down if people want me to.
What would you think of a girl who has a butt plug?
What do I think of her?
Yes.
I think she likes to explore, She's an explorer. She might go to space sometimes.
Dude, you're funny as shit, dude. That's funny. So you say, my team always writes things I should talk about. Building trust in what he does. Like, what does that mean?
I think most people like recognize that I'm not going to make them look bad on the internet. And that's like my objective.
Have you ever?
No.
That's probably why they trust you.
Yeah. I try to like make people shine in the best light or highlight them the best way I can.
Where do you get that from? Just your parents? That's very kind of you, Caleb.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I want the show to live on, so maybe it's like a little selfish.
Dude, I got to go watch more of them. See,
yeah,
now
did you
people
not
are
do
going to
your
be mad at
research,
me.
Brad? You didn't do your research, did you?
I don't do research on guests.
Gotcha.
Dude. I see people, I'm like, hey, I'll fucking put him on. And then I just talk to them.
Gotcha.
So I get to know you right here, right now.
Yeah.
That's to me more real.
It is real.
Than me having some contrived conversation based on some surfacey
video
research.
A show. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't watch all your fucking videos.
Well, if you did your research, you should.
Well, I'd be a crazy person doing research.
Yeah, true.
My research would consist of, all right, let me see who this dude is. All right, watch a few videos. Okay.
That's it. That's why you got the questions right there.
But I did kind of glance and I did see you interview a few people. I didn't see any houses though. I saw Scarlett Johansson and you said, well, if I can't go to your house, then how about your office? Or I think she said it. Somebody said it.
Yeah.
And then I thought, damn, dude, how do you get in fucking front of Scarlett Johansson? Like, that's fucking cool. Like, dude, I'd go check out her crib.
I have it written down on my wall that I have already toured the biggest celebrities' homes in the world. So I'm just
you believe in manifestation?
I'm just waiting for reality to catch up. Yeah.
All right. So if you believe in manifestation, let's talk a little bit about that real quick.
Cool.
Now, number one, have you ever read any books on it?
Yeah.
Which ones?
I couldn't tell you. Actually,
you couldn't tell me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't remember the titles.
But you did read a few books.
Yeah, I read a few books. Yeah.
And what's the books tell you basically in a nutshell?
In a nutshell, you just need to see yourself there, believe it's already happened, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what's the key ingredient there?
I think the key ingredient is believing it and being present in the moment.
Well, I would agree, but because of that, you will feel something. It's the feeling that people miss and it doesn't manifest, and they don't understand why this shit doesn't manifest for them because they don't necessarily feel what it's like to be there.
Right.
So if you like close your eyes and like feel what it's like, believe it or not, and you're literally tricking your mind that you're already there, it will fucking manifest itself. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
Do you believe that 100%?
110%, actually.
And I've seen it, and I've like manifested shit, and like people are like, what the hell? Like my one of my cars totally manifested.
Yeah.
Yeah. I described it exactly. And I said, fucking, you know what I think? I think I want one. See, I can manifest shit crazy now, but it's usually money that does the manifesting for me. It used to be like, hopes and prayers and dreams and thoughts and beliefs and emotions, and you'd manifest it. Now you just want it and you write a check for it and it appears.
That's the true next level of manifestation.
That's money-festation.
The check writing. Yeah.
That's manifestation.
Manifestation.
Dude, how much money are you making on YouTube? Millions or no?
Collectively, yeah, I'll make over $1 million this year.
Yeah. And you're single, and you're rolling around, and you're based in the Big Apple. Dude, you're living.
Yeah, I think I got all the characteristics of a husband. That's ready
But you
to be
stopped
swiped
drinking,
on.
so your life's probably completely boring.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I wouldn't.
I just go on coffee dates now. You ever been on a coffee date before, bro?
No.
They're kind of nice.
I'd always want to introduce alcohol on dates.
Same.
It's
not
nice.
anymore, but
Huh?
not
so
anymore.
you just refuse to drink, or you're just going to do it for a minute?
You know, I think I'll have a drink again at some point.
See, dude,
But
we got a bar out here. It's not going to be today, right?
No, not
So I
today.
could have someone run in a cocktail for you real quick.
Not
We can
today.
say, Caleb decided to drink on dropping bombs like Elon smoked weed on Joe Rogan.
Yeah. That's what we want to see.
That's what they want to see. The
Yeah.
world wants to see you buzzed.
They do.
I want to see the drunk Caleb's house tours.
He doesn't change that much. When I'm drunk, I'm pretty much the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Then why'd you stop drinking?
Why stop drinking?
If you're pretty much the same. I had to stop drinking because, dude, I always had an issue.
I think I felt bad, like the next day. You know,
Like physically?
mentally, yeah, mentally.
Yeah. See,
Little
again,
down.
maybe you're getting older, bro.
A little down. I am getting older. It's a fact.
31 ain't old. Are you 31?
31, yeah.
That ain't old yet. Dude, I was 31 when I was 1 year into building this company, 30 at 31. That was 23 years ago, 24 almost. That's a long fucking time, dude.
That is, I can't imagine 20 more years.
In 20 more years, bro, you're going to meet so many new, different people. Massive things will change.
Yeah.
You'll be fucking a totally different person.
It's exciting. I like change.
Yeah, it is exciting. And what's crazy is like, you know, you see these old people, right? Or I used to think this way. I'd see these old people and I'd be like, fuck, dude, like they're old. Well, I'm getting to the age where I used to think they're old. And I'm not really old. Like I feel the same as I did when I was 31, quite frankly. But at the end of the day, man, as you get older and older and older and older, you start to realize, fuck, I hope I get older. I want to be that old motherfucker that I used to never want to be. Now I'm like smart enough to realize, oh yeah, you do want to be that. You want to be old.
Yeah, I can't wait to be like a grandpa and talk about COVID in New York. It's going to be funny.
And you were there?
Yeah.
Now, did you see bodies getting stacked?
For part of it, yeah. I mean, it was like people were just falling over left and right. It was like
really?
zombie apocalypse. That's what I'm going to tell all my grandkids.
I know, but really?
No, it wasn't like that.
Because again, when I was here, I'm watching it all go down, and like they said, the hospitals were overwhelmed. And I drive by a hospital all the time, and it was never overwhelmed. And I'm like, that's weird. So I drove to another hospital, and it wasn't overwhelmed. And so literally our news, local Las Vegas news, was saying our hospitals are fucking overwhelmed. And they showed overwhelmed hospitals, but they weren't our hospitals. And the media was trying to say that the hospitals are overwhelmed, dude. And I went to them and they weren't fucking overwhelmed. What would you think? Like, what's that do to your head?
Brad, I thought you knew how the media worked.
No, I did not.
Okay, well, here's a quick education lesson. They really love to spew things that are just like easy to share and people get like fearful about, and they can just talk about it. You know
What's
what I mean?
the purpose, you think?
What's the money?
Why does that equate to money?
Well, I think
fear equates to money.
More viewership, like sharing, watching. It's addicting to watch.
So
it's like that. It's like that app in New York that I can't remember what it's called, but it like shows all the crimes that happen in New York City. People download it and they just watch it all day because they start like watching it and get addicted. Like, oh my god, like there was a stabbing here. Oh, there was a shooting here. Oh, this person got robbed, and they just watch it all day. They're like, did you hear about this a block away? I'm like, no, dude. Like, I don't want to look at that. Like, what is that? It's not serving me.
Do you know Mark Wahlberg?
No, I don't know him. I was about to say yes, but why would I say yes? I don't know him. No.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know someone who's buddies with him, so maybe I can call them and say, hey, dude, you let Caleb come to your house, come to your cribbo. Because Wahlberg would be a good one.
That would be an amazing one. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Anybody famous really is who you're looking for too.
I mean, but Mark Wahlberg's a legend. He's dope.
He's like what I would call A-list. And he's not just an A-list celebrity, he's an A-list mogul.
Yeah, everything.
Like he's an entrepreneur, he's a celebrity, like he's got a model. He's got brands. He's like his municipal is freaking supplement line. That dude's a freaking machine.
And he's someone to look up to. He stays in shape. He does all the things.
So he's staying in shape. Why we were talking about that earlier. Why do you think people see people in shape and think better of them?
Discipline. And most people don't have it. Yeah.
How about you? Do you have discipline?
I've built discipline, yeah. I do. I like build things into my life to help build the discipline, like cold showers, shit like that.
You do cold showers?
Yeah. Cold plunges.
You do cold plunges?
Yeah.
What degrees?
Below 50. Below 50. Yeah. I have like a ice barrel in New York.
Well, why below 50? Why not just 50?
Well, typically it's frozen over in the winter, so like whatever that is like
you're not regulating the temp?
Yeah, I'm not regulating it. There's an iceberg in there, so it's fucking cold. You know?
Well, it's probably more like 40.
Yeah, maybe. But
I got one that I just got given to me. Thank you, Plunge.
Plunge.
By the way, cold plunge.
Yeah, they're sending me one actually.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, they're smart for doing that. They sent me one.
Is it good? You like it?
I've had a bunch of people tell me they bought one because of it, and they should.
Yeah.
I love it, dude.
Yeah, it's great.
I don't feel all the miraculous effects that they didn't say that would happen, but people that I've talked to said that I would feel like, almost like doing a line of cocaine. And I'm like, well, dude, you must never have done a line of cocaine, because that ain't what it feels like.
How long do you stay in for?
4.5 minutes.
4.5. I've literally like tripped out from it before, but I also was in there for like 10 minutes and then I went down and held my breath for like a minute and a half. I came out and I was like seeing shit. I was like, whoa, that was intense. So if you want to take it a bit further, stay a bit longer.
See, again, I'm not extreme.
You're not that guy?
I'm not an extreme dude.
I feel
Andy Frisella, my buddy, said, lower it to fucking 42, do it 8 minutes a day, every day, 7 days a week. Don't be a pussy. Well, I look, it says point blank period. You only need it to be below, as long as it's below 55 degrees and above 39, you're good, which means the colder ain't better. It's just, anywhere in between there, you get the benefit. Yeah. So it's like you get the benefit or you don't. It's not like, oh, you get more benefit if it's colder. No, it isn't. According to the statistics and the research, that's not true. So I just want to keep mine, obviously, when you said below 50, how about just fucking 50?
Yeah.
50 feels better than 40, by the way.
I like 40 more.
50 feels better than 40.
Not in my book.
Dude, trust me, like 90 is better than fucking 50. Okay, but now I'm used to it. So when I get in, I kind of like it. I kind of crave the cold.
Yeah, the feeling, yeah.
And then when I get out, like again, I got tingling and it's like it's working, man. I'm shivering and it's like fucking feels crisp, dude. I feel crisp.
Yeah, it's a great feeling.
But that's it.
Then it's gone. Yeah, it's over.
I don't feel like I did a line. Have you ever done a line?
Oh gosh, who hasn't done a line? Okay. I mean, everyone's done a line.
It doesn't feel like that.
Everyone's done a line,
Cold plunging don't feel like that, does it?
I think it does. I think it does.
Why aren't you cold plunging every 5 seconds?
That's not sustainable. Just like you can't do lines every 5 seconds.
Yeah, you can.
But it's
You've never done lines every 5 seconds?
It's not sustainable though.
That's true.
Nor
is it recommended. You don't do lines now, would you?
No.
See, you're getting older, son.
I know.
You're getting older. I have kids older than you. You literally could be my child.
How do you feel about that?
What?
Me being your child?
You could be, actually. I don't know. I don't think I've ever been to North Carolina, so.
How about Connecticut?
No.
Okay, I guess not. Maybe not. Do we have similar facial structure? I'm like starting to look at this now.
I don't know. You got the chin thing.
Yeah, I got the cleft going on here.
Does your dad have that?
Yeah, he's got it.
See? You already know who your parents are. If you never knew who your parents were, wouldn't you wonder who they were?
I don't know. I guess I'm not in that situation, so I can't really answer that question. But
I mean, I would. Like if someone just told me, hey, did you know that your dad wasn't actually your dad?
Yeah.
Your dad was some other dude. I'd want to go say, hey, what's up? What's up, dude?
What's up, bro?
Yeah. And I wouldn't do it all weird. Like, why did you leave me?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, what's up, dude?
You just walk right up to him and say,
I
what's
exist
up, dude?
Because you humped my mom.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It is kind of crazy. Do you think you came from your dad's ball sack or your mom?
Me?
Yeah.
Where did I originate?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I must have originated in my great infinite grandpappy's ball sack.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
Yeah, because eventually it had to go back to the ball sack of Adam.
True.
or the ball sack at the beginning.
So we are related.
We are related.
Yeah.
You're fucking A right. You got that right. We all are all related. See? Been forgetting the bombs. That's a bomb, bro. We're all related.
That's a bomb. If it went off.
That's right.
Let's go. We dropped the bomb.
We dropped bombs, son. Now listen, this one right here, 100K a month on YouTube. How do you get something to get at least 100,000 subscribers on YouTube?
100,000 subscribers.
You remember way back then for you? Or did it happen quick for you?
It happened so fast.
You made a video, you uploaded it, and then it just went viral?
I hit 1 million subscribers in 3 months on YouTube.
So people just like,
yeah, it was going. It was going nuts. Yeah, I mean, did
anybody reach out, like celebrities or like?
Yeah, I mean, actually, the tipping point for everything was Barbara Corcoran from Shark Tank.
What'd she say?
She just DM'd me and she's like, "Hey, I love what you're doing. Come tour my crib in New York."
See, again, she's smart.
Yeah,
she wanted that fucking relevancy.
You know the book, The Tipping Point?
Yes.
Yeah, so that was
Malcolm Gladwell. No.
Yeah. That was like the tipping point for everything. It was like Hollywood started to accept my series. People were like, "Oh, it's like bigger than just like regular people's homes." Then other people wanted to participate. So thank you, Barbara Corcoran.
I was gonna say, did you ever thank her for that?
I did. I just saw her the other day. Yeah, like 3 days ago.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
That's good of her.
Yeah, it is.
And it's smart. See, she's smart. Barbara is not a fool.
No, she's not. And it's honestly like the biggest lesson for me is I was like, dude, she's 70 years old. She's on TikTok paying attention to what's going on. And she's DMing me herself because she recognizes a moment. For everybody else out there is like, I'm too old or I can't make videos. I'm like, dude, she's 70 and paying attention to what's going on in culture. Like, that's sick. And that's something that we should all strive to do, you know?
See, people are going to be like, dang, dude, the last part of this deal was where the bomb started dropping.
Bam.
That is 100% correct. You ever meet her counterparts?
No, he was in bed when I was at her home.
Not her. Her counterparts. Mark.
Oh, Mark.
Mr. Wonderful.
I thought you were talking
Robert.
about her husband. Her husband. He's like, no, I haven't met them.
That's
yet.
her better half.
That's her better half. No, I haven't met them.
Her counterparts is not her husband.
I guess you're right.
Counterparts.
I guess you're right.
I just met her cohorts.
No.
Do you want to?
I mean, I think Mark Cuban's cool.
Why don't you say, hey, Barbara, let me ask you a question. Why don't you see if Mark wants to come host me?
At his crib. Because I think there's only so many things you can ask of somebody. And I have something else, that I'd like to
You'd
ask.
rather save that ask
Yeah.
for something more important. Well, what's that ask?
What's that ask?
Yeah. What are you saving? What are you saving?
I'll let you know when it's real.
When it's what?
When it's real.
See, that's my brand. What's up?
Yeah.
Real. See?
Yeah.
Everybody wants shit that's real.
Yeah. They do want shit that's real. And it's not real right now. So
he's talking about our collaboration coming up. No, I'm just joking. It's called Real Caleb.
The Real Caleb.
It's the Real House Tours
Yeah.
of Beverly Hills.
Exactly.
Now, when you decide like, hey, I'm going to go to this dude's house, do you fly and bring a crew and like make it a big production, or is it just you rolling in with your fucking iPhone?
It depends. Typically, it's just me rolling in with my fucking iPhone.
Do people expect a big production?
Yeah, every time. Even like every time.
They're like, it's just you?
I show up with like my assistant or something, and then they're like, whoa, like you're just here with your phone? And I'm like, what's up, bro? Like that. And then they're like, how does it look so good? How does it sound so good? And I'm like, I'm just good at this. Like, and
Is that how? What kind of labs do you use?
Sometimes I don't even use them. But I think it makes someone way more comfortable when you have like a big camera. People start acting weirder. When I have a cell phone, I'm just holding right here. It's like they kind of ignore the cell phone. They're used to the cell phone. It's really small. So like they're more of themselves. So I like using it.
Interesting. Let's see what else. What it means to not sell out. What does that mean? Did you sell out? Did someone sell out?
No, I just think that's like a big thing when you blow up on social media. People just like start selling out, quote unquote. Like,
oh, good. So how do you sell out?
How do you sell out? Well, you take.
I want to make sure I don't do it because I'm starting to blow up on social media.
Are you?
Yeah, I got 1 million on Instagram.
You just hit 1 million, didn't you?
That's blowing up, isn't it?
Congratulations.
Well, I think blowing up to me personally is 10 million, but thank you. 1 million is quite an accomplishment. It wasn't easy to do. It took about 4 years. It didn't happen in 3 months.
Yeah.
However, I didn't buy any. I didn't give any fucking luggage away or any kind of sweepstakes or any of that shit.
I think sweepstakes are a little bit of selling out.
I built it strictly by posting consistent content that apparently a fraction of the world likes.
Yeah.
And I believe that it's good content. Why? Well, because dude, if I were especially your age, or more importantly, even younger, like 19, 20, fuck dude, you listen to me at 19 or 20, you're going to accelerate fucking intelligence, you know, and life lessons quicker than learning it on your own. And that's invaluable.
True.
Because some people say there are no shortcuts in life, son. Yes, there are.
Information.
Fuck yeah. And it's all over the place. And if people search for shortcuts, they will get someplace quicker.
Yeah,
and people say, we'll tell you there's no shortcuts. Yes, there are shortcuts.
Brad, aren't you fake news though?
Me?
Yeah. Isn't that what you're posting?
Me?
Yeah. It's
No.
like all fake.
What are you talking about?
Like when, you know, when you're like, okay, if you're like 16 and you might be watching your clips, you might think this dude's not real. You know how you think that on the
They
internet?
think it's the opposite, bro.
They think, oh, that's
I
fake
am
news.
real.
You are real though. No, you are real. That's why I'm here.
That's
Everybody, Brad is real. He's a real man. I'm sitting right in front of him.
But for real, I am real. So nobody looks at it and thinks it's fake content. What are you talking about?
Fake content.
Who?
I don't know. You know, just like in your mind when you're learning how to consume information, you know, and you're like watching shit online, you might think like, is this?
Well, I've
guy-
been called
is-
full of
is it real?
shit, but I don't know about fake. Like, in
Yeah.
other words, I don't try to fake anything. Am I faking that I have a podcast? What am I faking?
I don't know what you're faking.
But how would someone consider me fake news?
Fake news, because what you're spewing ain't real. Brad, but let's go
Dude,
back. We gotta go back. we
That's
gotta
fucking hilarious.
we gotta go back to you know how you sell out. You know, I didn't answer.
Oh
that
yeah,
question.
how do you sell out?
You sell out by just like spewing any products that people want to give you to make a quick buck. You know, using
So
your
you have
audience.
to align with those products.
You have to align what makes sense with your audience and what makes sense with you. And sometimes like they may offer you a big check, but it just makes no sense. It's
But
like,
how big? Well, it makes no sense to whom?
it
Because
makes
right
no
now, if
sense to the
if someone
brand.
said, Brad, listen, tomorrow I want you to talk about frickin' anal butt plugs
Mhm.
with cork anal beads,
Uh-huh.
and you'll be worth $1 billion.
With a vibrator.
Tomorrow morning, I'd be like, hey,
But they're not going to pay
got
you a
something
billion.
for ya. And then I'd get my $1 billion. They'll be like, ain't you the anal butt plug bead guy? I'll be like, fuck yeah, I'm the anal butt plug bead billionaire.
I guess
Okay,
it's-
now if you'll excuse me, because like I don't listen to haters, I turn around and enjoy the $1 billion,
Yeah.
knowing full well that I fucking promoted butt plugs and
Yeah.
anal beads. I don't give a fuck.
Do you think you lose some of your audience or you just don't care? He doesn't care.
Dude, I'd
So this
lose
is
some of my audience. I wouldn't need my audience anymore after $1 billion. Now,
But don't you like teaching the youth?
that's why I'm doing it. That's why I say no one could possibly say I'm fake. Why?
Yeah.
Because I'm just telling you what I experience and I know. Now, someone might not believe it, but no one says it's fake news. Fake news. Fake news is lying.
Yeah.
Fake news is like, I've got a podcast and I don't.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm successful and I'm not. Like that's fake news. Me saying, hey, in order to get ahead in life, you have to focus on 3 things. And I believe them. Number 1, your mindset. Without your mindset, you're fucked. Would you agree?
100%.
Okay. Your skill set, right? What skill sets do you have? What skill sets do you possess? If you don't have the right ones, dude, you're fucked, really. Okay. And then the third one,
What's the third one, bro?
won't tell you.
You're not going to tell
You'll
me?
have to come to the next part 2 of Caleb W. Simpson's episode.
Yeah. Come to
No,
part 2.
third
Come to
one
part
is
2.
habits, bro.
Habits.
Your habits.
Mm.
You show me somebody's habits and I'll show you if they're successful or not.
Mm.
You don't even have to look. If you see someone that's not successful, you can guarantee their fucking habits are incorrect. They have bad habits.
What's the perfect morning habit, Brad?
In my opinion,
Yeah.
it's working for me. But again, I'm sure if you interviewed all the billionaires in the world,
Yeah.
we might have different answers.
Probably.
See how I did that? My morning routine is pretty simple. First thing I wake up, I do is smile because I realize how lucky I am to be alive for the day.
In the mirror?
No,
You just smile.
I smile.
Mm.
When I open my eyes, the first thing I do is I'm like, oh my gosh. I kind of like, whew. I
made
get
it out of
another
dream.
one. At least I wake up, I open my eyes, I start smiling because I'm happy that I get another day. Instant gratitude.
Instant gratitude.
That's my advantage, by the way.
Yeah,
that's the
that's good.
hack.
That's good.
Gratitude. Most people don't get that. I realize that like you could hand me $10 million, I'd be all fired up like, fucking Caleb fucking dropped 10 million, dude. And nothing could ruin my day. But I wouldn't wake up. I mean, I wouldn't trade 10 million for waking up tomorrow. So that means waking up's worth more than 10 million.
For sure.
Okay, so if it's worth more than 10 million, why am I not acting fucking like it when I wake up every morning?
Seriously.
Is that because most people take that shit for granted? I don't do that. So I wake up, first thing I do is smile because I remember how fucking lucky I am. I'm pumped. It just instantly fucking pumps me up. And now I bounce out of bed and I focus on 4 key things.
You got me pumped up right now, Brad. You're getting me pumped up.
I focus on my health, okay, because I don't want to be ill.
Yeah.
Okay. I focus on relationships because, believe it or not, relationships is the source of money. So if you want more money, you need more relationships. So you focus on relationships. Why? Because if you're dying, what are you going to focus on? Money, business, or relationships? You're going to worry about who you're going to miss. You're going to start wanting to, like, none of that shit matters if you think you're going to die. So your health is number one, right? Then your relationships. So you focus on your health by working out. You focus on your relationships by texting people and saying, hey, how you doing? I miss you. Then third, I focus on self-development. Why? Because you got to get smarter every day to change your beliefs and get new beliefs. And if you get new beliefs, you'll get new actions and you'll get new results. So if you want to change what you're getting, you got to change what you're doing. If you want to change what you're doing, you got to change your beliefs. The only way to do that is get new information. So I get new information, personal development, 20, 30 minutes every morning. And then the fourth one, what do you think the fourth one is? I focus on how do I get paid today? That's my morning routine. Gratitude, health, relationships, self-development, and motherfucking money.
I like
and
this.
what you focus on grows, young man.
Yeah. I like the self-development one. What do you do for that? Is that like podcasts or books reading? Yeah.
Yeah, you read, which I never used to do. It's the craziest thing in the world, fucking reading. It's all right there in a book.
You know what book that I read that really like changed my mind?
Mine?
Yeah. No, it wasn't yours actually.
I'll give you a copy.
Okay, I'll read it. I will read it.
Good.
It was called The Science of Getting Rich.
Oh yeah, Wallace Waddles.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, Wallace D.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, then you're familiar with the thinking stuff.
Yep.
See, I thought you didn't have the answer to that book.
Very familiar.
Earlier, you said you don't remember. Now you remembered.
No, I remember.
And you want to know what else is the truth? You remember everything that's ever happened to you, every smell you've ever smelt, every sound you've ever heard, every word that's ever been fucking spoken near or around you, you remember.
You know what I was just thinking?
What?
It'd be interesting to hear him on drugs chatting about all this, you know? I bet you'd just be spewing it out.
You would end up thinking I was like a deity of some kind.
Yeah, exactly. You would just like...
Back when we used to take acid, I'd have people thinking I was the sun god.
Yeah.
And literally, I would melt their brains with what I would talk about.
I believe that, actually.
I had a guy drinking aqua velva to save his life.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And his hair was red and it was in the sun. And I literally made him look like he had a flaming head. And the aqua velva was what was going to extinguish it and allow him to continue. And there was a time and we were all tripping where literally we were talking to each other without saying a word. I was looking at you going, and you'd be like, and you totally understood me. And everybody was communicating silently.
Yeah.
It was the craziest shit ever.
I'd like to point out how we went from, the 5 habits to acid trip, just like that.
Well, dude, I've done acid. Have you?
Have you ever done it, you said?
Of course.
Oh, yeah, I've done it.
Like multiple hits. I think
I've only done it once, actually.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Same every time.
Yeah, is it?
Oh, yeah,
well, it's magical
much.
then.
You can have bad trips, good trips. I never had bad trips. I've caused a few.
You ever been to Burning Man?
No. Buddy of mine told me he found a pair of nuts on a trash can lid, an actual scrotum.
Yeah.
I'm like, I ain't going there.
Yeah, they have this thing called shirt cocking there.
Sure cocking?
Shirt cocking.
What's that?
It's exactly how it sounds. All the guys walk around with just a shirt on and their cocks are out. Shirt cocking.
I'd be popular there. I know that.
Thursdays.
Maybe listen, if I wanted to walk around and see a bunch of cocks, fucking, I got a problem in the first place. Like, you're going for Thursdays because it's shirt cocking night?
That's the only day I'm going. I'm going Thursday and then I'm out. Fly in, fly out.
Dude, are all the ladies there?
Oh, there's some babes.
Are there?
Serious babes, yeah.
And everybody's shirt cocking?
I didn't do it, but I definitely saw it.
Dude, why would you not do it?
Dude, I just didn't want to have my cock out, I suppose.
Why is that? Are you insecure?
Am I insecure?
Yeah.
About having my cock out?
Yeah.
Maybe in that moment, sure.
How come?
How come?
Yeah.
It's a great another question.
I don't even know where this is going.
Yeah.
Dude. It's shirt cocking. Is that a real thing?
I think it just has to do with your being comfortable with being naked in front of people.
But why a shirt cocking?
That's it.
Why not just fucking cocking?
Cock
walking.
I think
How about just straight up?
I think it's
walking
all a
with
joke.
your cock out.
Like Burning Man's kind of a joke in a
Dude,
way.
I think we've already violated the rule of how many times you can say cock on a fucking podcast. Like now it's going gay if we continue to say the word. It's no longer available. The word's now bleeped. Say it.
Bleeped. It's bleeped.
Dude, that's funny as shit. Do they really do that? Yes or no? Are you
100%,
joking?
100% they do.
So there is something that's real out there that they do that.
Yeah.
Burning Man.
Burning Man.
Now you got everybody wondering that has been to Burning Man. See, I want to do live calls. Why? Because right now I could say, folks, if you've been to Burning Man and you've seen what he's talking about, shirt cocking, call in. We'd like to have a word with you.
Have you ever done live calls?
No, but I had a phone line put in here so I could do live calls because I would love to do live calls.
You should do it. Have you seen?
And only to do it, in order to do it, I have to stream this, so because otherwise people would know that we're saying it.
True. Good point. Why don't you stream it then?
But if I stream it, then will anybody download it?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Like if I saw it streaming, why would I go to Apple and download it?
I don't know.
You should try it. Try live streaming shirt cocking.
You want me to live stream shirt cocking first?
Dude,
we use the word.
Do you think
again.
it might ruin your channel?
We use the word again. My channel is pretty family friendly. Yeah. So
maybe. You're not doing it on your channel.
Maybe not. Yeah.
Dude, now your people can't even hear this podcast.
I know. They're gonna be like, "Did he really say that?"
They're gonna be like, "Dude, I cannot believe this guy. I want to unfollow his ass."
Yeah. Well, that's
I thought he was a sweetheart going into homes, making people look special.
Yeah.
Even when they weren't.
Feel special too.
How do you make them look and feel special even when they're not? Or who said they weren't, first of all? You?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
let me remind you.
I didn't say anything.
All right. Well, let me remind you that I don't know these people.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming that they all aren't fucking awesome, are they?
I think they're all awesome.
So you made them feel special in their own way.
Yeah. I think people are awesome, Brad. Also, I mean, there's this little magic tool called editing. You heard about it?
We don't edit.
You don't edit?
No.
Well, you can kind of cut things.
Like if you called me later and you said, bro, that whole shirt cocking thing, like, fuck, I thought about it. It's going to make me look stupid. Just not do that. I could say I won't drop the episode if you want, but like there's no editing.
Oh,
we're not getting rid of the shirt
in
cock.
there. The world
That's
needs
right.
to know about that. It's the most important thing ever said.
Dude,
on
I
this
can
podcast.
see the thumbnambell now.
Yeah, say.
Okay.
I can
shirt
envision
cocking in Nevada.
I can
with
envision
Caleb Simpson.
Now that's clickbait. That's the best clickbait. You know, you're telling me about those 2 YouTube videos that got 1 million views. This one to get 5.
Yeah. Well, see, that's another thing. Like, how many? I understand, like, when you have a couple million followers or viewers, and I see a video where I see someone's art, that would make sense. Where like, hey, her art got popular because of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I see the guy saying, hey, what do you do for a living? Because I like your car. Remember that guy?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember following anybody that had a nice car and giving a fuck what they did. Like, it was fun to watch because like, oh, look at the car and look what he said, and that was funny. But I've never followed anybody.
Totally. That was actually kind of the premise of this whole thing. Is when I was thinking about like these street interviews, I was like, I want to see more to this story. So I was like, oh, what if I went into their home and like did more of an interview and you got to know them more? And I also thought like, who would be willing to do that? Most people wouldn't be willing to ask somebody on the street to go in their home and do a home interview. It's just kind of like crazy. So yeah, that's the premise, that idea right there.
What kind of questions do you ask?
Honestly, I just lead with curiosity. So whatever kind of comes up, I ask them, just about their life, basically.
I'm pretty sure when I was watching you the other day, you were somebody's house that had a kick-ass house. Like, I forget who it was. Did you ever do one that was just a badass house?
No, I've never seen one. Yeah, definitely. There's been some badass houses.
What's the most recent one?
I don't know. I post a video almost every day, so it's like
every single day.
Pretty much.
What are you posting today? Who's today?
Barbara Corcoran's today.
And then who's tomorrow?
I haven't filmed one for tomorrow yet.
I mean, you film it and post it same day?
A lot of times, yeah.
Damn, dog.
Yeah.
See, that's free wheeling. You're free balling.
We're on the grinds,
Well, who's we? Again, you're all by yourself.
Me, myself, and I. Have you heard about that?
Now, your assistant, does they travel with you?
Sometimes.
Is it he or she?
He.
He.
Yeah.
So like if someone says, hey, come out to San Francisco and check out my crib, and you're like, okay, I'm down, you just jump in a plane and fly out there, or is there a whole production meeting? And like explain it.
It depends on the opportunity, I'd say. Like a lot of times I'll do like a short form, I'll film it on my phone first. And then if I like walk in the place and I'm like, whoa, this might go really viral, or the person's really entertaining, then I'm like, yeah, let's do like a more long form video with them. Obviously if it's a celebrity or something, we're definitely doing that. But I kind of use that as a basis. Also, when I post the video, like if it does really well, I'm like, okay, let's go back and film a longer video because people obviously like this. So it's kind of like a test beforehand.
So you've got data to go on.
Exactly.
Now, if somebody's listening to this and they want to kind of follow in your footsteps, become a YouTuber so they can get paid millions of dollars and travel around and have fun and, you know, wear, what'd you call those? Not hankies.
Scarf shirts and hang out with Brad.
And short cock at fucking Wonderland. Or what's it called? Burning Man.
Burning Man, yeah.
Yeah. If they wanted to live like that, how would they do it? How would they start?
Well, they first need to start, number one. Yeah. Which most people just talk. So I would say just like stop talking and start making shit. And all your ideas are going to be shit, and it's probably not going to work for like a really long time. It didn't work for me for like 7 years.
No shit.
And then it like kind of popped all at once. So
you were trying for 7 years and didn't give up?
Yeah.
Did everyone call you stupid?
Maybe not to my face.
Where's those videos now?
There's a bunch on YouTube. I mean, I've helped build like a lot of other people's stuff in like a media company and shit, but it wasn't like my own thing popping off, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you were behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes. I helped other people pop off.
So if you were Bradley, if you woke up tomorrow morning, you looked down and realized there was a little girth there, a little more action
than normal,
and you were Bradley for a day, what would you do?
What if I was you for the day?
Yeah, you woke up, you saw that your fucking whang was a little bit bigger, and you realized, I turned into Brad Lee. You are a little older, okay? Your balls are a little bigger, and you're ready to take on the world, but you're me.
Yeah.
What would you do as you if you woke up and realized you were me?
You know what I would do?
What?
I would dress up in a fucking Halloween costume and go to that and hand out candy at my house. You know?
Even if it's not October?
Yeah. I would invite
just to get
over.
the experience?
Yep, exactly.
You'd throw a Halloween party.
Yep.
In the middle of fucking June.
Damn straight.
That's the first thing you'd do?
Yeah, probably.
What would be the second thing?
I mean,
how would you get yourself bigger on social media? How would you get yourself more subs than 200,000?
Oh, if I was you. Oh, I get what you're saying. You want to know the knowledge. You want to drop some bombs.
I want to know what you would do if you were me.
Let me think on that.
And by the way, that's a good question, folks, that everybody needs to think about. When you're talking to somebody, whether they're billionaires, whether they're in shape, whether they got the best relationship, whatever it is they are that you admire about them, you ask yourself, if you were me, what would you do? Because if I say, what would you do? You might say, da, 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 da. But if you were me, what would you do? Well, again, like it might include, for example, I'd lose weight. I've told someone that before. Why? Yeah. Well, because they're fucking good looking dude, but they were like fucking a little bit heavy and they wanted to go out and just, do this thing where you probably should shed some pounds if you're going to claim to be a fucking fitness expert, right?
Totally.
You ever seen a fat fitness expert?
Yeah, I've seen them.
They exist. Yeah. But do you believe them?
No.
Okay.
You know what I would do?
Now, if I were them, I'd lose weight. But guess what? They took offense to that.
Yeah, they probably did. I don't know.
But that's what I would do. What would you do if you were me? Lose weight.
Lose weight. You know, the first thing that came into my head was how you were talking about those 2 YouTube videos that popped off. Yeah. So I'd go like break those videos down, like the thumbnails, the titles, and what you talked about.
YouTube deleted them.
That's okay. You still have the data. You still like know, you can still break it down and see like why it worked. So then maybe I would focus on some like topics that weren't as serious as that, but you could kind of like have some takeaways of like, oh, maybe this is like a little bit controversial, but we'll get a lot more clicks, which might drive to the other videos. I don't know what you're doing on the short form side of content, but on YouTube Shorts, are you pushing a lot there?
I drop shorts every day.
You drop shorts? Are they
go pull it up. Look,
are they doing well?
I don't know what well is, and I don't check what's well.
I don't know.
I don't have millions of subscribers.
I think millions of views
doing
is
that
well. I think millions of views is good.
I don't know if I get millions of views.
Also, what I would do. Okay, yeah, I see it now.
What would I do?
I would pick out some like viral topics that where people stand on one side or the other. So like you have said some stuff like that today. But I would like focus on those during the podcast, so then you can clip those and post them because they have a higher chance of going viral because people will comment about it, share about it. And
okay, let's do one now. Okay, when you are friends with a couple and they break up, do you believe that you can remain friends with both of them, or you must decide and pick one?
Well, I'm already like probably closer to one person than both of them at the very start, so I'd probably choose sides.
You have to choose sides.
Yeah,
you have to.
Yeah,
I don't think you can be a real friend to somebody and be friends with their enemies.
Do you think they're enemies now, or?
Oh yeah, you're either with me or you're my motherfucking enemy.
I never really thought about it like that.
Well, again, I mean, that's because you're nice and sweet and were raised properly.
And you wanted to be a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a dark side.
Yeah, I think you do.
But at the end of the day, it's like, if you're not with me, you're against me in my book.
So
if you're not with me, dude, you're against me.
Gotcha.
In my book.
Gotcha. So you can't be friends with both the male and the female.
You can't be real friends. Yeah, I can be a fake friend.
Yeah. I don't think.
Hey, how you doing, Caleb? Good. And I was just fucking watching your girl get porked by some dude yesterday.
Yeah.
Like fucking, knowing full well you still love her and shit. But, yesterday I was sitting here watching her fucking get her tonsils fucking tickled by some dude.
Were you watching from the window? The door?
Yeah. Almost her. Yeah. No. Like I'm hanging out and I know that they're dating now.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you hung out with me and my wife divorced and fucking we were friends, and you're like, now you're friends with both of us because you can't really make up your mind. You were friends with her first and now you like me and it's not fair to you. You're stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
No, you got to pick a fucking side, bro.
This is a viral clip.
I know, but you got to pick I'm trying to make one, but you just ruined it.
No, I think it was there. You went too long. You can only go 60 seconds anyway.
Hey, did you hear that, team? Only 60 seconds. You don't want to fuck around.
Yeah, you could talk about it for 5 minutes, but what's the point? You already got the clip.
Well, at the end of the day, do I have the clip? I like to give a lot of takes.
Yeah?
I like to give a lot of possibilities.
All right, well, give it to me again, but in a different way.
You must decide if you know a couple and they break up. We all break up. We have to. You have to pick a side. So you don't have to pick the side you came with. Hey, maybe your friend that you fucking knew before is a total dick. No wonder they're breaking up, and you're tired of the same motherfucker too. So you choose the opposite because they're your newer friend, but still you like them better. Good, pick a fucking side. Why? You cannot be friends with both of them. Not real friends. A real friend is down for the crown, and if it's your crown, how can I be down for her crown if I'm down for your crown?
You make me want to just like be your friend. You know what I'm saying? He's a ride or die, this guy.
That's right. That's what it is, bro.
Unless he picks the other side.
The key word is real friend.
Real friend.
You can be a friend, but that's like how many Facebook friends you got. That's a fucking friend.
Okay,
Facebook
Brad,
friend.
we got 2 clips now. So now you can choose between the 2 or post them both A/B tests.
Which one would you do if you woke up and found out you were me?
I would do both. I would post both to see which one does better.
Okay, here's another one. You want to make another one before we go?
Yeah, sure.
All right, it has to be one where people have both sides of the fence, right?
Yeah.
I believe.
Wait, are you going to let me put my opinion in this time?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
But I'm telling you what I believe, then you tell me what side you stand on.
Okay.
Because I believe a man should pay and provide and protect for the woman, females, and children, period. Like there's no question about it.
Okay, let's rephrase it. Let's say, do you believe? So then everybody...
All right, do you believe a man should pay for their family, regardless of whether the wife works or not?
That's a great question. I think I do, actually. I think the man should provide,
See, now you're going to get quite popular with the ladies.
You think?
I know so.
Is that why you set that question up? Because I'm single?
No, but I know that that's one of those questions that a lot of people surprisingly disagree.
What do you believe?
I believe what you believe. I believe the man's position and role in life is to protect and provide for females and children. So, people are like, oh my God, that's so, old school. You can call it whatever you want. That's just what I believe. My wife doesn't have to work, or she can work. And if she did work and she made millions of dollars, I still am the one that needs to provide for us. Now, if she could provide better, I wouldn't be upset with that. If she said, oh, babe, cute, the little house you can buy us, but let me buy this because I'm super wealthy, I'd live with her in her house, but it'd be our house because we're married, and I'd be laying it down correctly.
Laying what down? The wood?
The pipe.
The pipe?
That's right.
What about, do you think...
You got to lay it down correctly. Otherwise, you know,
what
it
about
ain't
being
yours,
a
it's
stay-at-home
hers.
dad? Do you think you can do that and still
See, I just ruined the clip, didn't I?
No, I don't think so. I think you got it.
Okay, keep going.
A stay-at-home dad.
What about it?
Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, again, I mean, I wouldn't put down any stay-at-home dads. I would just question them. Meaning like there's got to be some circumstance why you're home instead of the woman. Why? Well, and again, this may go controversial, but you can tell by nature women were supposed to take care of the children. How do you know that? Well, because they carry the milk bags with them. So there's like, there's literally feeding,
a bag of milk.
The feeding sources are on them.
Yeah.
So when you have a little baby, does it make sense to bring the baby away from the food sources and leave it with the father that needs to go out and hunt and fish and bring back the fucking meat? No. Fight perhaps, protect perhaps, get in a scrape? No. The child should be with the mother in the womb, the safety of the womb, and right next to the old milk bags.
The milk bags. But times have changed, Brad. The milk bags. I think he's really trying to sell the viral clip right now.
That's
really,
too much with the milk bags.
Yeah, maybe.
Right.
But
with
I think
the
it's
mammary
good.
glands.
I think it's good. I think.
How about I do it very scientific so nobody gets offended?
No,
let's try it.
We
let's
don't
try
want
it that
though.
way.
We don't want that though.
Okay.
We want like a little bit of play there. But also what you need is you need somebody who's going to like argue the opposite point, completely disagree.
Well, I think everyone would agree with me.
You think everyone's going to agree with you?
Dude, listen, if you don't agree with me, then you don't abide by common sense. Common sense tells us that, but scientifically, by nature, if a woman has the means to feed the child attached to her, that the child should not necessarily be with her, they would be foolish to think that. Why? Well, because that's how it's designed.
I can just hear somebody.
That's
in my
why
head.
you see little baby puppies sticking to their mother because of their teats.
Yeah.
You see it on all animals. We are just animals. And you see it with the humans. It's the same thing. Babies belong in the woman's care when they're young, and then they grow up, and if they're men babies, they go out and they take on the roles of the men, which is protect and provide. And then the women, they grow up and technically, according to the old days, rear and nurture and reproduce. Now, are they allowed to go work? Like, of course they're allowed. And again, who are we to consider whether they're allowed to do anything? They're human beings. They can do whatever they want. But traditionally speaking, if you ask me, if there's a man and a woman in a house, the man should be paying the bills and providing and protecting, and the woman can do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
Now, that's controversial.
Yeah, it is.
I believe that. And that's why there's a lot of women in the comments right now going, I love this man. Do you have any brothers?
Do you?
Is there any?
Do you have
yes,
any brothers? Yeah.
Not like me though. However, the point being is women like what I'm saying. One time I was doing a keynote just recently, and I said to the crowd, because I was on a roll and I was just spitting the fucking truth. And I said, a lot of guys need to fucking get their goddamn balls back from their wives' purses, put them on, and start acting like a fucking man. And I'll bet you anything, you'll get along a lot better in life. And the whole fucking crowd started clapping. And I go, I'll bet you the people clapping are the fucking females. Let me hear it from the females. And they all started fucking screaming. The females were the ones clapping. The females want you to get your balls back. Stop being a fucking pussy. Start being a fucking man. Now, again, what does that mean? Well, that's everybody's definition. I don't know. What's your definition?
Of being a man?
Like if you're a man, are you going shirt cocking at Burning Man?
Potentially.
Potentially, yeah. I would agree. But no, I'm probably not. Why? Because it's a little bit, suspect. Why would you want to be there on a day where all the cocks were flying?
Yeah.
Unless you're trying to compete. Yeah. Like, I can understand that. Like, hey, let them get a load of mine. Let's see if any of them want to see this one fucking. And by the way, that's how you can tell if they're worth going to shirt cocking parties.
What's my definition of being a man, though?
I know, but if you're shirt cocking and you're walking and your dick bounces, no good. It's got to swing. If it doesn't swing, dude, you shouldn't be in there. Definitely don't shirt cock with a small wiener.
So this guy's been to the shirt cocking ceremony a few times.
No, but I think you're
judging it. Actually,
I would be judging if I were there, and if I would be sitting there going, "Oh my God, I cannot believe all these people are doing this." But I can promise you shouldn't be doing it if your dick bounces when you walk. Okay, your shit shouldn't be bouncing, gentlemen. Okay, It needs to be hanging.
I think you're supposed to hit the bomb button now. Yeah. He's dropping bombs.
Okay, now we got a whole bunch of viral content to choose from. Now, can you help my team whip up some clips?
Yeah, I could.
Now, if I give you the footage, are you going to whip up your own clips from the show?
No.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
I mean,
you don't think this is viral for you?
Some viral content?
Yeah, like when you're talking about shirt cocking.
It depends, actually. If there's something good when I review it, then I will probably cut a piece out of it.
You got to review it. You were here, bro. You don't remember? You have to go back and see what was said.
It depends on like formatting, really. I think like how it's packaged is the most important thing.
I just give you the raw content.
Oh gosh, raw. Just send me when it's put together. I'll watch it.
Put together now.
Yeah. True.
When this ends, I say thanks. Keep it real. Click a button and boom,
it's uploaded.
Goes up. That's it.
Well, I got to ask you one question before you do that, which is the question you asked me. What would you do if you were me for the day?
Dude, I don't know. If I were you, I would probably create some sort of product suite, including how to get around you, whether they're masterminds or some sort of courses or seminars or workshops or events, live events, excursions, experiences. And I would create a product suite, and then I would leverage your millions of fucking subscribers into that, and I would make hundreds of millions of dollars and help a lot of people do something.
Mm.
That's what I would do if I were you. But I'd probably just keep being you, because whatever you're doing is working. So I wouldn't change what you're doing. I might just add a little something.
Add a little sweet cakes.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily change. I'd just add.
Yeah.
I'd add, and I probably would stop wearing that hat.
Why, you don't like New York?
Well, I don't like that hat.
Why don't you like this hat?
I don't know. It looks like you've had it a while.
I haven't.
Looks like you can't afford a new one.
This hat actually was.
What if I got you a brand new kick-ass one that matched your outfit, by the way?
How much do you think this hat cost?
It was free.
It wasn't free.
You bought that hat?
I bought this hat.
Then it was no more than $29.
It was more, actually.
No, it wasn't.
It was a fucking $100. I couldn't believe it.
Why?
I pulled it off because it was from. I don't know why. Honestly, I got scammed. I think I got scammed.
I think it was $10, and then they seen you coming, and they fucking added a zero. Is that shirt some sort of freaking like Chanel or some expensive ass brand?
No, I don't buy like high-end luxury items like that.
You don't play like that?
No.
How much money are you making though? You say millions.
Yeah.
Millions. What are your vices then?
I don't really buy shit. I mean, my whole goal is just to like retire my mom and take care of my fam. So like that's my.
So now everybody's gonna be like, "Oh,
I know." That's the clip.
And you're gonna have a bunch of fans watch this, and they're gonna fucking lambaste me for fucking with your hat or anything that they don't like.
I know. I have to paint myself in a good light. You're making fun of my hat.
Well, no, I was saying it doesn't really match, but it does. It does match. Matches perfectly.
He's taking it back. He's taking it back.
Yeah, matches wonderfully. I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't even get a haircut.
I'm growing it out.
Why?
Again.
You know how when you grow your hair out, you go through an ugly phase?
I know, I'm going through it right now.
You're in that phase
I'm in the phase right now. Oh, I know, dude. You know when you're in the ugly phase. You don't got to tell me.
People are going to be fucking loving this.
Dude, why do you think I'm wearing the hat?
Why?
Because I'm going through the ugly phase.
What would it look like without it?
This is what it looks like.
So why are you growing it out? Are you doing the whole samurai thing? You want a man bun?
I just want to rock it long again. It's fun.
How long?
Like to here-ish.
Are you going to do it like a Dutch boy, or are you going to leave it just like Kurt Cobain?
Kurt Cobain, for sure.
Dude, if you're 31 years old, what music were you growing up with at like 16 to 21?
I was listening to heavy metal, actually. Like Korn, System of a Down, A Day to Remember, stuff like that. You ever listen to that stuff?
No.
What do you listen to?
I hate that shit.
I still like it.
But when I was like headbanging bullshit, I never got into it.
Wow.
That Metallica? Yes.
Okay. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, Metallica. But like Korn? Didn't they just scream a lot?
Yeah, lots of screaming.
I don't listen to screaming. And also like pit fighting, or what do you call it?
Mosh pitting.
Yeah, mosh pitting. I didn't do that.
You're too cool for that?
Dude, you could get fucking whaled in the face on accident just by someone spinning around.
Yeah, I stood on the outside and just
Did you mosh pit?
If it was a safe one. If people were swinging, I wouldn't do it. If they were just jumping, sure. I would just stand on the outside. I like to observe.
Okay, so again, dude, that's a level of the same thing.
Yeah.
So we're very similar, except for I'm a little bit smarter.
Are you?
I
got some years to catch up.
But I mean, they don't need to be swinging for me to not want to be in there.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever play contact sports?
Yeah, football.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Why?
I feel like you got hit in the head a bunch. You know?
A couple times?
Yeah, a few times.
Dude, I think what it is when I was young, everybody around me wasn't that bright. And if I revealed how intelligent I actually, was,
yeah,
I wouldn't be liked. I'd be picked on and I'd be, alienated. So I played dumb, and it's carried over.
Well, I think being dumb's fun too. So it's fun to play dumb.
Dude, I got to have you back one of these days just because it's so fucking funny. People are going to be like, dude, that was fucking, I don't even know what I just heard. But they did hear a couple bombs. And I'm trying to think in my head, hey, man, if I'm listening to this, what would I want to know from this motherfucker? So when Brad lets him go, I'm not pissed that he didn't ask the question. And mine would just be like, how do I get in your shoes? How do I get to be a fucking YouTube creator?
Yeah.
And I don't think you answered that.
I think the real answer to the question is that you need to like learn all the information. I was seeking out people. Like I interned, I worked for free a lot. I was like working with YouTubers and Instagrammers, and I worked at a company, helped build a startup in media. I traveled around the world with a travel Instagrammer. I explored a lot of different niches. Like I did comedy, like all this shit online.
See, I knew it. See, dude, you're funny. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah. So I think the key is to like get the information, work for other people and know what they're doing. It's going to take you a long time to figure it out on your own,
And by the way, that's what I said. If I were you, that's what I would do. That's because, dude, you already have the knowledge. Why you got to make somebody go get it? Why don't you just sell it to them? And by the way, the game's to be sold, not told.
That's a good one.
Well, I didn't make it up.
Well, it sounds like you did. The first time I heard it.
Well, then I'll take the credit.
You should take the credit.
The game's to be sold, not told. Can I get a come on? Anyway, dude, I don't want to keep you here all day. I know you got flights to make. And by the way, what'd you come here for? Not just this.
I just came just for this.
All the way from New York City?
Well, I was in LA.
Oh, good.
So that
dude, that's like a 6-hour flight, 5-hour flight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we timed it when I was in LA.
Just for this, shit. That'd have been like, damn, dog. You really wanted to be on Dropping Bombs. Have you ever listened to it before? You said you did.
I've heard it before, yeah.
So you already knew who I was when they reached out and said, hey, BL wants you on the fucking show?
Yeah.
Were you like, fucking hot damn?
I was like, this guy knows what he's talking about. That's what I thought. So I was like, I'm going to go talk to this dude.
Anything you want to say to the Bomb Squad?
What do I want to say? Like and subscribe, That's it.
Like and subscribe. Where do they find you? They find you on Instagram or social media at Caleb W. Simpson. Your YouTube channel is probably what? Caleb Simpson?
At Caleb W. Simpson. They got ats now.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, mine's Bradley.tv.
Bradley.tv.
Just type that into any phone or URL bar and you'll fucking see my YouTube
subscribe
channel.
to Bradley.tv as well.
If I were to say, how do I get to your YouTube channel? What would you say?
I would say just type in my name, Caleb Simpson, in the search bar. It'd pop up.
Is that harder than typing in calebsimpson.tv?
I think it's easier.
No, it's harder.
Why is it harder?
Well, think about it. If I got to go to YouTube, I got to type in YouTube, hit enter, then go to the space bar and type in Caleb, enter.
That's 2 steps.
Yeah. So if you just went to caleb.tv, enter, there's your fucking YouTube.
Maybe they do, but I never do that. Like if I'm going to go to YouTube, I always
That's why you only got 2+ million subscribers, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
You could have 25 by now.
Are out. Yeah.
Dude, you're just making it very difficult for people to find you. Don't you think?
2 steps.
You're trying to stay obscure or something?
Yeah.
Are you trying to keep your channel a secret?
It is a secret, actually. Actually, can we delete this whole podcast?
Hey, don't tell anybody. Caleb Simpson has a channel out there. We're trying to keep it secret. But you are welcome to go find it. Don't tell anyone about it.
Exactly. This is Fight Club.
Fight Club. Folks, appreciate you coming in, by the way.
Yeah,
what did you want to say to the Bomb Squad? Anything?
No, I don't know.
Dude, tell them something.
Just I'm gonna have some. I don't know what I'm gonna tell them actually. Just like there's more shit coming. That's it.
There's more shit coming.
There's more shit coming.
Dude, it's just beginning. Are you gonna veer away from the apartments or you gonna add new things? Are you into offices now?
Oh,
tell me this ain't a badass office.
I'm not into offices.
Huh? Scarlett was kind of weak for being such a big movie star, huh?
It was a little like normal. Yeah. Oh, you know what we should talk about real quick? If you got like 3 minutes.
What?
We should talk about that video because then you can clip it and that'll probably go viral. Scarlett video.
Oh, what about it?
Well, I interviewed Scarlett Johansson recently.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Is she single?
No, she's married.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But
I like Scarlett.
do you? Are you a fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who isn't?
I mean, she is pretty. Everyone asks me, is she as pretty in person as she
I
is
bet
on the
she's
screen?
prettier in person.
She's like a pretty mom, you know? She's
Yeah,
like
but I
one
bet
of-
she's prettier in person.
she
Every celebrity that I've ever met is usually prettier in person.
Yeah.
There was only one that wasn't. Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz? That makes sense.
Cameron Diaz on the movies, she's like, fuck, gorgeous. And then you see her in person and she's like, she's not ugly, but she doesn't look that glamorous as she does in the movies.
Yeah.
She looks kind of more plain. She's still pretty though.
Yeah.
But you can't miss her smile. And her complexion, one time I saw her at Hard Rock, and her complexion was not smooth and flawless like it was in the movies. But other than that,
They have
everybody
editing
else,
tools.
like Tiffany Amber Thiessen, you remember her?
No, I have no idea
You
who
got to
that
be
is.
older to remember her.
I have no idea who that is.
90210.
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
Gorgeous in person, even better. Usually they're better. You find the opposite. Was she cuter in person or on video?
I mean, she was definitely pretty. She was definitely pretty. You know, she did a skincare routine on me, which was pretty funny.
Why though?
Why?
Yeah.
Because it was just funny.
Yeah, but how'd you get that dialed in?
How'd I get
Like,
it? I
yeah.
just, they reached out, then I pitched them the idea, and they were like, yeah, that's great. So let's do that.
Do you think if you had 1,500 followers, Scarlett would have been on your show?
I think that's a stupid question.
Well, that's what people are thinking, because the only reason he's got that is because he's got so many followers. Well, how do you get the fucking followers is the question.
Yeah, I mean,
Because again, that's the hard part. Getting Scarlett, once you got a bunch of shit, Scarlett's smart. Freaking
Yeah.
people are smart. Corcoran's smart. Like, dude, they're going to flock to you once you have the followers.
Yeah.
Question is, how do you get them? How do you get the Scarletts and the Barbers without having the followers?
I mean, you got to make shit. You got to make things. Lots of things.
And you said 7 years before anything really popped.
Yeah.
And how'd you deal? Were you broke?
I was pretty much broke up until like 8 months ago. Yeah. Just like working for other
So
people.
are you still getting used to having some dough?
Making, no, not really. Cause I like already believed I had it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, you were happy without it.
Yeah. And I just imagined that I already had it. So like when it came, it didn't feel like anything. I was like, oh yeah, I knew that was coming. You know?
That is right, dude. That is correct. Dude, I'm going to have this cat back, folks. Go follow his ass at Caleb W. Simpson. Until next time, keep it real. So I tell people you want to be real, right? So you got to reevaluate every area of your life. Real, that's an acronym. Reevaluate every area of your life. That's how you get real. You got to get real with what's going on. You got to get real with who are you? Where are you? Where are you?